What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I bring to you my Crash Team Rumble review, a game I've been very, very excited for. And look, ultimately, I know this game is not for everybody. In fact, that's actually going to be one of the big negatives of this game in terms of the player count, the player base. I'm kind of worried. Day one, I've been playing this game nonstop. That is a big concern. But let me tell you, this is honestly a blast. I don't know if I come across sarcastic. I definitely, I think, do generally. I don't know if I come across like it for Crash Team Rumble. I genuinely love this game. I didn't know if I was going to like it going into the beta, played the beta, had an absolute blast, and since last night at 10 o'clock my time, I've had some sleep. I've done some videos here and there, but I've been nonstop playing this game. I think this game is a blast, and it's just a lot of fun. It shouldn't work, honestly. The idea of a 4v4 and all these characters being very unique from one another, and you collect fruit, you drop it off, you go get the gem pads for bonuses, you pick up relics. Those are kind of in-map things that'll happen, right? Different things will go off, whether it be protection or whether it'll be attacks. The game just works. The game is a blast. There's more maps than I thought. I don't know the exact number, but I feel like there's 7 maps. Maybe you guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. That's quite a few maps, and they all feel very different, and the strategy with each map also feels different. And I think there's enough here to get the game going a little bit. That does bring me to one concern. Again, I have one other concern, but the roadmap ahead. So, you have 8 characters. I think there's enough there in terms of characters. I don't think there's enough there for modes. There's literally one mode. That, to me, that scares me a lot, but I also just think that's generally not a great thing with this game. You go in, you play for one reason. You play this collection, whatever you even want to call it. I don't even know if it's got a name, but the idea that you collect fruit, you're trying to get to 2,000. That's it. That's the point. Now, they said today in their roadmap, they gave the name of an upcoming mode, but they're going to be timed modes. So really, this game for the future, there's one mode. There's only one way of playing it, and then they're going to add timed modes throughout these seasons, but then take them away. So you're going to go back to just having this one thing. It's very noticeable. I had people in my chat, in my live stream, kind of point that out to me, where it's like, wow, one mode. Yeah, I think the replayability of this game rests in the characters. It rests in the characters and maybe the maps. Again, the maps are pretty diverse. Some characters, I think, work better on some maps than others, and the characters are an absolute blast. I could play 5 matches as one and then go play 5 matches as another. And here's the thing, you're going to be doing, yes, the whole point of the game is the same, but you are going to be handling it slightly different. And because each character has their strengths, has their weaknesses, maybe they're more of a tank, maybe they're more long range, maybe their kind of special powers what sets them apart, maybe it's how they move that sets them apart. You're going to be playing every single character in this game a little bit different than another. And I do think that can help, but you got to have more modes. We know that, but they have to do it quickly. And then the characters, I mean, I think 8 right now is pretty darn good. Obviously, we have Ripperoo and Engine coming to the game over the next 3 months. So maybe like next month, July, you get one, August, you get one, and then maybe like late September, you start season 2 and you give us, whatever the next new character is. I think you got to drop at least maybe every month, you drop a map, you drop a character. I know that's asking a lot. I know most games don't do that, but that does bring me to concern number 2. Really, the game itself, what we have in the game, I am enjoying. I think is fun. But the issue is it for everybody? Well, no. And is everybody into this game? Well, no. Now, there's a lot of easy ways to have been able to tell you that, right? I mean, you can see it online. You can kind of see the hype, or if there's no hype, right? You can tell by channel views or video views, right? All this kind of stuff, likes on Twitter. But now, here's the thing that I've found. In my, I've played maybe 40 matches, okay, in the last 24 hours, or maybe it's actually less than 24 hours, maybe like 16 hours. The game just launched, okay? Now, most people are going to be playing it right now. Now, I don't really see this game doing better in a month in terms of player count than it does the opening week. Well, I had a couple matches, and by a couple, I don't actually mean 2. I probably mean like maybe 5 or 6. Of those 40, let's say, I probably had, maybe 15, 20% of them have at least one bot in it. Whether it was a bot on my team or whether it was one bot on my team, one bot on their team. Look, you're looking for 8 players. You're looking for 8 players. It's 4v4. It's the opening day. And for the game to not be filled, like literally they have to put bots in because they can't find people. Maybe it's the servers. I do find when you go into the games, they take way too long. That's something that they're definitely going to have to fix. When you start the game and then you, I guess, like enable it to go online, right? That, some games do it. It's not just Crash, but it takes a while. And by a while, I no joke mean maybe a minute and a half to kind of log on to like the Activision servers. It takes over a minute. That is way too long. Then when you find the match and you're playing, well, to get from the screen where you pick the characters and you pick the powers to the actual map itself, there's like a loading bar that can take anywhere between, sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's more like 10 seconds, sometimes it's upward of like 30 seconds. So there is some things I think they got to trim that fat. I mean, ultimately, look, you got to get people to buy the game. You got to get people to play this, because if they're playing it, yeah, there's loading issues, right? And that's going to annoy someone like me, but I do own it, right? Now, they gave me the deluxe edition. I bought the standard edition of this game. They gave me a code for the deluxe edition last night, so I have the battle pass. I started at level 25, so that was kind of the enhancements they gave me. I do appreciate it from Activision, but that's the thing, buying it, I think, is the line in the sand that some people just don't want to step over. I think once you get into the game, I think you're going to like it. I actually legitimately think you'll enjoy this game. The loading times are annoying, but they're not going to scare you off. It just seems like people aren't buying it, which it's not surprising. Do I feel bad for them? I mean, they're a corporation. I mean, the people that worked on this game, I do think they deserve some accolades, because I do think this game is way more fun than it should be. And I think that I don't even know how you get that through to people. I've tried my best to get people excited for it. I can only do so much. Canadian Guy A has carried this freaking flag for like 3 years now. I mean, he's done everything he can do. Ultimately, maybe people just aren't into it. But, that's the doomsday approach. I want this game to survive as long as they can. I think the characters are incredibly cool. I enjoy playing as pretty much everyone. Maybe Embryo is the only one I don't enjoy playing as. But, adding more basically is where I'm going with it, right? Like, give me Ripperoo. I can't wait to see how he plays. Engine, come on, that's one of my favorite Crash characters. Like, let's see how these people are. That would be freaking insane. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm glad I have this game. This is a game that I'm going to be playing like nuts. Final Fantasy is going to take me away from it, but this is a game I will always come back to. I just hope there'll be people there. I don't want to face bots. The bots are really bad. I don't want to go too harsh on them. They are just bots, and, I don't know what you can even say about them, but let me tell you, if you go into a match and somebody on your team is a bot and somebody on their team is a bot, that person is easy prey. They do nothing for your team. You'll be able to take them out. In fact, there's a trophy, I believe, of getting 5 knockouts in a match. I think I got 7 or 8. 5 of them were on an AI. So it's just it's almost like you can farm trophies because of it, right? That's not acceptable to me. You just can't do it. You can't play this game, I think, with bots. It's got to be human. So there's just has to be enough people playing it. So let me know what you guys think. I say get it. I say it's worth the $30, but that's just my opinion. You let me know what you think. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.